Hi, I'm Judy Keel, and you're watching Community Focus, presented by the Friends of MCTV. In our final segment today, our guest is Andrea Foster. She's the Conservation Outreach Coordinator for Little Forks Conservancy. It's good to have you back on Community Focus, Andrea.
Thank you.
The last time you visited, I think you talked about a new program that was just rolling out, some information about conservation at home. Little Forks offers this. And how's that program going now?
It's going very well. Conservation at Home has been here almost a year and a half. We launched last May. And the first year we had 25 site visits, and this year we went up to 37. So it's really going well. And we've had total 26 that have been certified as Conservation at Home partners.
Well, that's exciting. Now, tell us a little bit, just refresh us on what does that involve?
Well, Conservation at Home involves quite a few things, but not too much. Our site visits are free, so if someone is interested in learning about how to make their outlawns of their yard more conservation friendly or more eco-friendly, or they have questions about invasive species or where to put a rain garden or how do I achieve this thing that I know is going to be good for the environment, I can then come out and help them figure out how to achieve those goals or talk to them about any invasive species they may have. And it's a really great blanket opportunity to find out more about what you can do in your yard.
Oh, okay. That sounds great. So when we spoke earlier, you mentioned an organization called CISMA, and that's an acronym for Cooperative Invasive Species Management Area. How does that organization intersect with your project, the Conservation at Home?
Well, it's really cool. So the CISMA is this great collaborative between a lot of different agencies and organizations, both nonprofits and federal and state agencies, and they're all coming together to really help work on outreach and education to landowners about invasive plant species, and then they've also got a separate division called the Strike Team that can go out and manage these invasives they're finding. And the great thing about this is that I can then go to a homeowner or a landowner and say, oh my gosh, you've got one of these species that they're really targeting right now, like Japanese knotweed, and we've got to get on this right now. So I'll get some information to them and get them involved with Kip, the coordinator for the CISMA, and then hopefully a plan of attack can be made to really help take care of these invasive species where they are.
Now is that a statewide organization?
It is actually. We are part of the Saginaw Bay CISMA, so that's about right here, but we have 17 counties total, and that's the largest CISMA in the state. So we are very lucky, but there's a lot of wonderful partners that it all have to be involved, and it's housed out of the Saginaw Bay Conservation District.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. All right. So now I understand that you're offering conservation at work besides conservation at home. So give us a rundown on that.
We are. So it's a very similar process. Ideally with Conservation at Home and Conservation at Work, you'd like to receive the certification award, which is this great little 8x10 sign that you can put in the yard or in the business premises that says, you know, this property is certified as eco-friendly and conservation-friendly. And so we go through those same practices that we look for with a homeowner. We look for, are you managing your invasives? Are you planting natives? Are you managing your stormwater properly? Are you doing more eco-friendly lawn care activities, composting? Are you bringing things for the wildlife? Are you really fostering a sense of habitat for them? So these translate really well, not only to homeowners, but to businesses, because many businesses have outlawns as well. And when you are putting that sign in the yard that says this business is really certified and really does a lot of great things for your local environment, I think that really translates to the community very well, and they get really excited, like, oh, okay, they're doing that right here, they care, and so it's really cool that we can offer that to businesses as well.
Yeah, that's right. So is there a fee for either of these site visits?
The site visits are all free, so if someone's just interested, I can go out there for free as long as they're in Midland, Gladwin, or Clare counties. We do, however, for the certification, request a $100 donation for a Conservation at Work certification or a $50 requested donation for a Conservation at Home certification.
Now, do you then help the homeowner or the business person implement the program, or do they just, you give them a plan and leave it up to them to take care of it?
Basically, we make a lot of recommendations. Let's say the business or a homeowner had a site visit and they wanted to learn what more they could do. So I'd come out and say, well, it'd be great if you worked on stormwater retention, or you put in a rain garden, or maybe a pollinator garden. And that was something they really wanted to do, so they go ahead and do that. And we help facilitate with any questions they might have. I might put them in touch with a landscaping company that does really great work, or will work with natives, or I might suggest a landscaping architect who is really great at rain gardens. Whatever we can do to help them get where they need to go, but we don't do the physical work. So mostly it's just I can come make recommendations. It's up to the homeowner or the business to make those changes, but if they wanted to go through and have that certification, then they can do that after the fact.
So, yeah, once they get it done, then they call you up again and say, come and see what I did.
Yes,
yeah, I see how that
exactly.
goes. All right. So, is there anything else you'd like to share with the viewers?
Well, right now is a really great time to sign up for home visits or site
Right now
visits.
is in August, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
right now is August. So August, September, October, basically till the weather holds out, I can do a site visit for both at home and at work programs.
Okay.
So we're really excited to keep doing those, and we're also constantly looking for volunteers. So any volunteers that are interested in working outdoors can get a hold of me as well.
Not just in people's yards, but also at the various Little Forks programs?
Yeah, we're just looking for programming help with, like our trails need help and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's where our volunteers will come in.
Very good. You did mention that you're available to speak with other groups?
I am.
Besides the general community that we're speaking to right now?
Yes.
How would they get a hold of you for that?
I'm always open for any kind of presentations that have to do with what we do, so I'm really excited to talk about them with all kinds of groups. They could email me at afoster@littleforks.org.
Okay.
They could call us at 989-835-4886, or they can also check out our website. It has a lot of great information. You can email there as well, but I think that's a great place to start.
Very good. Well, Andrea, thank you for coming back to update us on conservation at home and tell us about conservation at work.
Thank you for having me.